The Procrastinator's Mind, a story of delay and discipline. Have you ever stared at a task you need to do and felt an invisible force pushing you to do literally anything else? That force has a name, procrastination. But it's not just a bad habit, it's a silent, psychological struggle. This is the story of Alex, a talented artist who had to look deep inside his own mind to find the motivation he lost. Alex's apartment was filled with half-finished canvases. Sunlight streamed through his windows, illuminating the beautiful but incomplete worlds he had started to create. He had a natural gift for capturing emotion, and his brushstrokes were filled with a vibrant energy. His best friend Maya was his biggest fan and his biggest critic. She had arranged an art show for him, a chance to finally share his work with the world. But the show was in 1 month, and Alex's masterpieces were still just sketches and outlines. Every morning, Alex would wake up with a surge of inspiration. He would lay out his paints and get ready to work. But then, a voice in his head would whisper, "Just check your email first." An hour later, he'd find himself scrolling through social media. He'd justify it by saying, "I need some inspiration." But inspiration became a distraction, and before he knew it, the sun was setting, and the canvas remained untouched. His logical mind screamed at him, "You have a deadline! You're going to miss this amazing opportunity." But his emotional mind was filled with a deeper dread, the fear that his finished work wouldn't be perfect. He was so afraid of disappointing Maya and himself that he chose the safety of not trying at all. One evening, tired and frustrated, he confessed his struggle to Maya. "I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm just so lazy." Maya looked at him with an empathetic gaze. "It's not laziness, Alex. Laziness is not wanting to do something. You want this more than anyone. This is something else." She introduced him to an old friend of hers, Leo, a retired art professor with a calm, observant demeanor. Leo invited Alex to his studio, a space filled with finished works, each one a testament to his long career. "Tell me about your fear," Leo said softly. Alex confessed his anxieties, the fear of judgment, the shame of not living up to his own potential. Leo nodded, understanding. "Your mind is like a battleground, Alex. On one side, you have the logical part, the prefrontal cortex, that knows what you need to do. On the other side, you have the emotional part, the limbic system, that wants to avoid pain. For you, the pain of failure is so terrifying that your emotional mind sends a warning. It says, don't finish it, because if you do, it might not be perfect. And that would hurt more than not trying at all." Leo then shared his own blueprint for success. "The secret isn't to fight your fear, it's to understand it. You're not lazy, you're a perfectionist in disguise. The way to defeat perfectionism is not to aim for a masterpiece, but to aim for a single, small action." He instructed Alex to start with the smallest possible task, just clean his brushes for 5 minutes. The next day, he told him to mix a single color. The day after, to paint one small dot on a canvas. The tasks were so small and insignificant that Alex's emotional mind didn't feel threatened. It didn't feel like a big step towards potential failure. It just felt like a small, easy action. Slowly, those small steps turned into more. A dot became a line. A line became a shape, and shapes began to fill the canvas. The psychological barrier of starting was gone. With each small victory, Alex's confidence grew. He learned to quiet the voice of his inner critic and focus on the joy of creation itself. He realized that a finished painting, even with its imperfections, was a far greater accomplishment than a dozen perfect empty canvases. On the day of the art show, Alex stood proudly next to his finished work. They weren't all masterpieces, but they were all his, a true reflection of his journey and his growth. He had conquered not just a creative block, but a deeper, hidden fear. He had found his own blueprint for a life of discipline and fulfillment. Procrastination isn't a sign of laziness, it's a response to deeper fears. Understanding it is the first step to mastering it. By learning the mind's blueprint for avoidance, we can rewrite the rules and choose to build the life we truly want. Join us next time to uncover more of the mind's blueprint, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more insights into the human mind.